have difficult colleague who bullies you, boasts too much, steals your credit, complains behind your back, or simply non-cooperative? Hi, I'm Utkarsh Rai. Today I'm going to talk about how to deal with difficult colleague, and do share my video with your colleagues. Peer relationship is the most difficult relationship at the office because peers don't report to each other, and yet they have a major impact in one's career growth. I have witnessed two warring high-performing colleagues at senior position couldn't grow because they couldn't manage this relationship well. So, you have a difficult colleague? Let me ask one question. What your difficult colleague thinks about you? Yes, you are a difficult colleague. It is natural for people to have a reciprocal feelings about each other. I also have my quota of difficult colleagues, and let me share one incident which has happened 2 decades back. My team and I were working on a project and we have to interact with few other teams. One of the other team's manager was my difficult colleague. He was always nagging, disagreeing on almost everything and complaining against me to my manager. It was very difficult to work with him. Initially, my manager asked me to somehow make this relationship work. But later on, he started to sound quite frustrated because of the ongoing friction. One day, I got a call from a recruiter. I didn't want to quit, so I declined it, but I felt good about it. On that day, I had my meeting with my difficult colleague. Happy inside, I decided to listen to him with full patience. He was initially puzzled, and later on he started to sound somewhat reasonable. What he wanted is some more freedom in decision making, some more flexibility in integration, and above all, he wanted appreciation for his contribution. I relented. Our negative relationship never became excellent, but it certainly became neutral, and my manager has noticed it. Dale Carnegie has said, when dealing with people, remember, you are not dealing with the creatures of logic, but with the creatures of emotions. We professionals tend to use our left brain a lot. We try to see logic in everything, and then we start to form opinions based on the logic. But in interpersonal relationship, right brain, like feelings and emotions, are more helpful. Byron Katie has suggested a list of questions to be asked whenever one faces a dysfunctional relationship. 2 questions are: is it true? Is it absolutely true? Is it true that person is your difficult colleague? Yes. Is it absolutely true that person is your difficult colleague? And now the answer is sometimes, in certain circumstances. So before I can give you 5+2 action steps in dealing with your difficult colleague, let's look into 4 categories of difficult colleagues and what questions we should ask to understand them better. Bullying peer. They are dictator type and acting like a mini manager. So the questions could be, do they have better domain skill than yours and that is why you are feeling them as a bully peer? Or their communication style is abrasive? Or manager has assigned responsibility to them which you are not aware of it? Or they are bubbling with lot of self-confidence? Or your self-respect is getting hurt? Second category, my colleague is stealing my credit. Is it true that your colleague is stealing your credit? Or he or she is claiming disproportionately higher credit? Who gives credit? Manager? So manager is not valuing your contribution that much? Third, my colleague is complaining behind my back. How do you know your colleague has complained behind your back? Did your manager take his or her name? Or you are seeing a change in manager's behavior and because of which you are having this opinion? Or manager has discussed about the incidents and you have not given a satisfactory answer? And the 4th category, non-cooperative frustrating type. In every meeting, such colleagues are always in disagreement with you. If you will speak north, they will speak south. If you will speak east, they will speak west. William Wrigley Jr. has said, in business, if 2 people always agree, then 1 person is redundant. So is it your ego which is not accepting others' idea? Or you don't want to see any value in the divergent opinion? As you have seen in my story, when I started to change, my colleague has also started to respond for that change. Here are 5 plus 2 steps which you should take to deal with your difficult colleague. First, we should stop looking into colleagues' words and actions from past experience and let's give a fresh try. Second, we should start focusing on the message rather than on the messenger. Third, we should find it out what is the reason behind his or her action. Fourth, we should have a good understanding with our manager so that he or she can see what we are bringing on the table. And fifth, we should be the valuable employee by having great skills and right attitude. In my other video on manager's favorite, I talked about valuable employee. If all these 5 steps are not going to work, then you have to take 2 additional steps. Sixth, approach your colleague and ask, what is in me which is annoying him or her? And the last, if nothing works, reach out to your manager and request him or her to sort out things between two of you. Reducing the number of difficult colleagues is your responsibility, so that management should not form an opinion that your teaming is not up to the mark, which is going to impact your career. So, ask right questions to understand why the colleague is difficult. Take 5 plus 2 steps and start converting your difficult colleagues into neutral ones and enjoy your career. I hope you like this video. Do share with other professionals and like and subscribe my channel. Thank you.